superior just because.
No. We got Lenny
yo. Yo. What up, no? Game time decision back in full effect. I'm putting you guys on the right fucking area. There you go.
Boom.
Actually, you're still not right.
There we go.
Now you are. Welcome. Game time decision. We are in full effect, live and in full effect. Wednesday, the 9th. I'm alive. It ain't pretty, but I'm alive. It's been a rough weekend, but guys, don't forget about our Caesar Sportsbook. Sponsoring Game Time Decision. Wager up $1,250 first bet. If you don't win, don't worry. You get 100% of your stake back as free bet. And win or lose, you'll get $1,000 reward credits, 1,000 tier credit points, all that good stuff. So check that out. Use the promo code Game Time Decision Full. Also, college football full season pass for these two knuckleheads, right?
Basketball.
Only $5.99.
Only college basketball.
Huh?
Only college basketball. Preface that.
Yes, only college basketball. It's like basically $100 a month, but if you use the code NFL at checkout, save yourself 20. You save 20% off at checkout. So
yes,
it's actually $100 off. So we'll change that.
Oh no, it's $479. Because 20%.
Oh yes, it is. I'm sorry. I read it $5.99 as $500, but yeah, 20% off. It's $479. Entire season. All you got to do is sign up. What's up, gentlemen? What did I miss? What happened? I heard that.
Nothing really.
I heard the Astros won the World Series in 6.
Yeah, that's fun. I hate the Phillies, so I'm all right with that.
I was hoping to at least have a chance to flirt with that plus 600. I wanted to see – that was an awesome World Series. Like, from the baseball perspective, that was a great World Series. We saw a home run derby one night, a no-hitter the other night, a lot of late drama. I mean, I wanted 7 games from that series as a baseball fan.
Right. Yeah.
No, I'm happy it's over. That's fine. We don't need to see it anymore.
I am college, but man.
Now we go into free agency.
I've had a good weekend. I've been really into obviously Detroit sports.
Mm-hmm.
Everything outside of Detroit sports, I don't
forgot about. Yeah,
I forgot there was. I saw one football game all weekend, and it was the Lions. I didn't watch zero college. I will say. I didn't watch Monday Night Football. I didn't watch nothing.
There was a bigger win than the Lions on Sunday.
No,
that was the New York Jets beating the sorry ass Buffalo Bills and injuring Allen, but that's not the point.
Oh, I thought we were going to go after something else that we saw this weekend from a football game that was a bigger win, and that was when Alabama went into Baton Rouge and left with an L.
Yeah.
That was beautiful to see. Roll tears on that one, basically eliminating them from playoffs.
I take that back. I was at, I'm the only guy that leaves the city of Las Vegas to go to a casino in Detroit. I was in MGM Casino in Detroit.
You filthy degenerate.
On Saturday, I know, after the Red Wings game, and I had a nice little 2-team parlay going with the Wings and Tennessee. And sprinkled a little on Tennessee, and I did see that they lost, which was rather disappointing as well. Talk amongst yourselves for 2 seconds. My wife's. I got a plumber at the house. There's all kinds of crap.
Oh, that just sounds like a lot of fun.
I'll be right back.
That's fine. We'll go. Should we go say hi to the chat? We'll go say hi to the chat. Why not? Trent's auto lit tail lay. I don't know what that means. So this is Trent's parlay for today. College basketball, Bellemeyer. Good. I'm against that. The NBA, he's going Atlanta -4 against Utah. Fine. And in the NHL, he's going over in the Canes game along with the Wild on the money line.
Okay, give me a 5-4 Ducks win then. Sure.
There you go. What are some games, some over games for tonight you guys love? Overs? I don't think we have an
Carolina
over tonight.
Hurricanes and Florida Panthers and Minnesota Wild and Anaheim Ducks.
I got 2 overs, both of them in the NBA. Sorry, and we have one in college basketball, but I'm not going to go over every college basketball. The one college basketball, obviously I just gave out Louisville, but under in the Maris game was my free pick video from last night. So under in the Maris game, we got 132.5 on that one. But for over games, I like the Pacers game to go over, and I like the Hawks game to go over. So those are 2 overs that we like. So there you go. Is he legit? I don't know. He's a doofus. Hopefully the boys can explain it. Yeah, he's the biggest joke in sports betting. I think that's the fair way to put it.
He calls himself the Fade God for a reason.
Yeah, he's the Fade God. Last night, if you missed it, yeah. Bucks money line still, yes. So Bucks were -7 today. Holiday and Giannis got ruled out, and they moved down to a -2. As soon as I saw that, everybody's going to go all over the Thunder just because no Giannis. And I went and grabbed -2 with the Bucks.
So do I kind of not hedge myself, but do I take the Bucks for a unit here at -122 money line, and just hope they win? And if they don't cover, then I just break even, kind of.
Yeah, I could see that.
All right, I'm taking the Bucks -122 money line. I'm mad that millionaire players can't play a game.
Oh, shut up. There's plenty of games that hockey players don't play. I don't want to hear it. Anyways, Bucks money line still? Yes. Hi, Lenny. Welcome back. Not touching other sports except jazz. That's fair.
That's fair. I like the Clippers tonight against the Lakers because the Lakers it's just a full-time job.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Lakers are a joke.
I mean, so I'm on that. I'm only on a few things today. I'm on some college football. I'm on the Minnesota Wild in regulation, and I'm on.
I'm pulling a Lenny. I'm doing
the Clippers.
I'm doing a 3. Oh, that's a parlay. That's not a teaser. I wanted a teaser. I'm pulling a Lenny and doing a teaser.
I like teasing.
I'm teasing the Denver game over. I'm grabbing extra points with Hampton and then taking Bowling Green as well. So that's my 3-team teaser that I did. Because screw it, why not?
Hey, listen, guys, we're on Bowling Green we're on Bowling Green straight up. Sprinkle on the money line.
I think Bowling Green wins outright. But I got him +8 now on that round robin.
Yep, I took him +8 on the round robin and
teaser.
Oh, sorry, on a teaser. Mm-hmm. Plus points on a teaser. I also like the over. I do. I think Bowling Green hits 30 today at home. Could make the bowl eligible, be 5-1 in the MAC. That's what they need.
No, I don't like the Magic today. Normally, I would say yes, go after the Magic. I did not bet Dallas. This line went from 7 to 8.5 because Paolo Banchero is out today. So I'm not fading the injury report on that one because that is the only thing the Magic have that is actually doing anything besides Bowl. But hockey plays Canes and Panthers over. Yep. They're going back and forth and talking. Yeah, they're just having a conversation in the chat. But Lenny, we missed you. What have you missed? What
Let me just tell you, it was the most exhausting vacation I've ever been on.
That's fair.
I mean, 3 games, 3 days is exhausting by itself, trying to pace yourself. Plus, you hang out with my family. We got hammered on Friday night. I mean, I was there. Thursday night was the most relaxing time I was there because that was the first day. Me and Mandy got into town. We walked around a little bit, got some food, chilled. Friday was Drunk Fest. Saturday was a Red Wings game, Drunk Fest. Sunday was Drunk Fest, Lions game, Pistons game. I kind of remember being there. But
I saw the picture of you like falling over on your bed or whatever. It was.
Yeah, I was done. I was just done. I'm just done.
I remember that in Vegas.
Yeah, I was just.
Or
I was like, man.
Yeah, no, you don't, Nick.
Yeah, it was. And then Tuesday we traveled kind of all day, and then our plane was delayed like an hour, hour and a half because out of everything, bad weather in Vegas. I'm leaving like I leave 60-degree weather in 60 to 70-degree weather in Detroit, which is just shorts and a hoodie for me. And to get to Vegas, and it's cold. It's like 55, raining like cats and dogs raining, just crazy windy. I had like a 15-20 minute ride from the airport and turned into like an hour ride home. I saw, like, I'm not even exaggerating, 5 accidents on the way home because nobody in Vegas knows how to drive in the rain. And I'm like, man, I just wanted to be home, take a shower in my own shower, lay in my own bed. Not that the hotel room wasn't comfortable. It was a beautiful little room my wife found, all that. But, you just want to be in your own bed.
Yeah, 100%.
Freaking dogs. Oh, man, I just wanted to be home. I wanted to cuddle with my dog and go to bed. And I was in bed by like 9:30 last night, up bright and early at 7 a.m. this morning. And I'm still exhausted. Yeah, 3-hour difference in time. And the time changed while we were there. I feel like.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like it was like an episode of Twilight Zone. I don't know what was going on. I bought so much stuff. I bought some stuff for sure. Just when I thought we were done shopping, or my wife was done shopping, she spent another $100 in the Detroit airport getting souvenirs for people on the way home. I'm like, man, fuck these people.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying. But the Astros won the World Series. I was gone. College basketball started while I was gone. All of a sudden, every Detroit team learned how to play.
Yeah, right when you're there, and then they'll suck again afterwards. That's fine.
Already, the Red Wings lost yesterday in the shootout, and I wasn't there.
So, did Thunder play tonight? Not Thunder. Pistons play tonight. Yeah, Pistons play against the
Pistons. I like the Celtics tonight to just blow
I almost grabbed all those points with the Pistons, but I just couldn't do it.
I can't do it.
I think it was about a week and a half ago when there was no college basketball. I probably would have had Detroit plus points and money line and Houston plus points and money line both on my card. But
now you got too many college basketball.
Now I'm dialing it back, even though I'm still number one in NBA this year on the site. I'm holding back a little bit on some of the NBA just because I don't need to have 600 plays a day.
Well, yeah, sure. KD over 30 points tonight.
I mean, he's the only offense they have. I like the Knicks tonight. I did pull the trigger on the Knicks plus 120. They're 140 now. I don't care. I think they beat the Nets.
Do you guys like the Capitals tonight?
Yes.
I do. Okay.
I kind of do. Right, so sure.
Did Pittsburgh play yesterday? No. Okay. So they're not on a back-to-back. Why do you like the Capitals so much? Pittsburgh just kind of shitty started.
It's a model play for me. By the way, since you've been gone, I've had one of my best runs in hockey. Nice. At one point, over a 60-play stretch, I was 46-14, up 34 units. So, and that was when I started using goalie stats implemented into my model when I had enough data for the goalies to use. So,
right,
yeah, this was a model play. I have Capitals projected to win that game, even though they're a dog. So I jumped on Washington.
All right. Fuck. I might have to call that one in too. I mean, I like it. I was a little iffy on the Capitals Penguins game today. I was trying to, I ain't gonna lie, I'm just freaking hungover. I'm just hungover. I've been drunk for 4 days. So I'm just hungover. So I tried to handicap some stuff, but it's a lot of NBA and a lot of college basketball that I'm gonna really tread lightly with.
Do you have anything in college basketball today?
I don't have one bet in it, but I did like the plays we talked about earlier. if I was to bet a few, I did like you're on Louisville, right?
Yes.
I liked that, and there was one other game that I did like, and that Allie Burns mentioned the IUPUI team total under or whatever, but that
Yes,
was
IUPUI's team total is 52.5 tonight.
yeah. I mean,
Like, what? Do we really think they're scoring?
well, I mean, the over-under the whole game's like 130 something.
Everybody knows that IUPUI this is their last year of basketball, right?
Really?
Yeah, they're
really?
shutting down. They're shutting down the program after this year.
Wait, then that kind of makes me want to be on their side.
No, they suck.
Yeah, but
it could
they
be
gotta go out.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Why are those kids still playing with the transfer portal? Why are those kids still playing there?
Where are they going to go? Division 2?
Yeah. Rather than be on a team with.
No, they're in a Division 1 school right now. Play hard this year and try to get into a different D1 next year.
They should just. Why can't they? I mean,
they could transfer, but I just don't see that happening.
But so I did like that, but that was kind of I leaned that way, and then I heard her talking about it on Morning Wood. So, but I do not have one college. I don't have a. I mean, I have the Clippers in the NBA because I'm trying to make a NBA play, but
fair.
I like Minnesota tonight. I went back and forth on that Capitals Penguins game, and I lean more Capitals now because of what he said. But everything else, there's only 4 games in there. I'm pretty big on my college football games, so I'm just kind of in there and gonna just kind of ride my little streak, my little, try not to lose all the money I won in Detroit.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. There you go.
But yeah. Cameron says he's late. I got distracted. What
Shame.
Hurricanes off of L's and Wild off a game L 2-game L streak.
There's no way the Hurricanes lose again. There's no way the Wild lose again. How can they go into a losing streak? They're supposed to be good teams.
I just think the Ducks suck. So you could throw all the other trends or whatever else you got going on right out the freaking window. The Ducks just suck.
Defensive numbers are the worst in hockey.
Yeah.
Plus, I did see that, which what's his name? From the Wild got kicked out of yesterday's game. Terry mentioned it.
Oh yeah, Kaprizov, which I put $2 on him to score a hat trick tonight because of that.
Yeah, so he comes out on fire, pissed off, and all ramped up, and the Ducks just suck. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I had duck ragu this weekend. It was a little chewy, but it was good. I went to this spot. I took Mandy. After all, it was an anniversary weekend, like kind of thing. Like that was the whole point. It was our 5-year wedding anniversary. Go back to my home state. Visit my family. We don't get to see that often. They love her. They probably love her more than they love me, which is totally understandable. Understandable.
With Tim, so.
Right, 100%. So.
Oh yeah, my family loves Christina more than me, 100%.
Right, exactly. Right. So they were all excited to see her. With me and my guy cousins, we were excited to go to games again and do all that. So it was that kind of thing. But I also said, hey, let's try and have like a nicer dinner, right? And it's a Saturday night. And then my cousin, he's like, oh, let's just go over to the MGM. You never seen it. He goes, let's show Mandy what a casino looks like. The MGM, you've been in the MGM Vegas a million times. Let's show her what it looks like in Detroit. And then he goes, maybe we can get in a place over there. It's called the D Prime. It's like a steakhouse. I'm like, all right, so let's go. This is after the Wings game. We're trying to get us into the steakhouse because why make a reservation on a Friday night at 7:30?
No, that's stupid.
This guy hit 1,700, my cousin, on a craps table while I'm trying to get us into the steakhouse. So he's like, screw this place. Let's go somewhere else. I'm like, I got a place. Just let me go there. I'm like, I don't know if anybody works there. I've been there in 15 years, but I know the place. We go to this place called Townhouse Detroit. Really nicer place. Like, it's like $100 a person. Okay, type place. You don't go there often. You go there, you take dates there. Okay, you're trying to get a little nookie, You take that's a good date place. Okay, I'm just not gonna lie. So I'm like, come on, babe, let's go there. We go there. The waitress or the hostess, she's been working there. This old black lady's been working there for 20 years. This place has been around. She remembered me like that. Like I had never missed a beat. She goes, Mr. Lenny, come here, give me a hug. I thought you died. That's what she said out loud. And I'm like, oh, whoa, I'm alive. I just moved. And so whatever. We sit down. She gets us a thing. She makes us these drinks. I don't know if I could show you guys on my phone. She sends me this drink. And I don't know if we can see it.
But you got this, Lenny.
I know. Well, I don't know if we can show it on my phone.
We'll talk sports eventually. Welcome home.
Welcome home, right? And then the dessert.
I must have missed the bottom of that glass because my dumbass thought that was a pie.
No. Oh, no. The dessert, the tray, the chocolate spells Welcome Home Lenny.
Aww.
And it's 2 giant chocolate-covered cherries, Michigan cherries, made there. And so my wife thought I got recognized from our channel from Picks and Parlays at the tailgate for the Lions.
Nice.
Yeah, this guy I've known for him
You're
forever.
famous,
In front of
man.
my cousins. He comes over and he goes to his kid. He goes, I told you I know Detroit Lenny. This is Johnny's little cousin. This is asshole Lenny, scumbag Lenny. We all know Lenny, right? Yeah, that's Joe. And his kid's like, what? And he's like, oh my God, you do. So he does a podcast. He calls The Tailgate Wins, The Lions Lose. And I'm like, that's a great name for a podcast. So I told him I was going to give him some shout outs. We're going to try and do some stuff together, talk some Lions football kind of thing.
Hell yeah.
It was awesome. It was a great weekend, all in all. But Terry, I'm not too stoned to keep track of your young stories.
He's too stoned to keep track of your long stories.
Oh, that's fair. So Lenny known around the state. Yeah, shocking, right? Who'd have thought? Canes minus on the puck line. Canes team total. Caps money line.
With the team total because I think that could be a high scoring game.
Caps money line. Crosby anytime goal. Canucks puck line. Wild.
I prefer Ovechkin anytime goal. Ooh, I think I got an interesting goal scorer thing here.
No, those cherries were so good, man. Oh, Michigan cherries. Oh, so good. They were like size of like a baseball. They were huge, and they were like
they're huge. They're
huge.
They're
And
huge.
then chocolate cup. Oh, it's so good. And I had a steak. We had some crab cakes. It was like a $700 bill. My cousin's like, I got it, but yeah, you get it. You just won all that money on craps table.
Nice.
And he did. So it was awesome. So I took my wife out to a nice dinner with my cousin and his wife and made my cousin buy. That's the moral.
Perfect.
My sex robot. Were my sex bots back while I was gone?
No, not really. I think
Safe.
1 or 2, but nothing crazy like what you when you were here.
Those ones aren't the real ones. They were all tuned into my OnlyFans. I was drunkenly on live a few times.
Smart.
Yeah, not wrong. But yeah, I was at that game. You were at what game? When the Astros won the whole thing, and we stayed through the trophy presentation. That's cool. I did get pictures with the Stanley Cup. The Red Wings game.
I am very disappointed. I didn't get pictures of one thing now. I couldn't get pictures of you and Turnsey.
I tried. I walked all the way as far as I could. I went south as far as I could, and to the southern tip of the United States. And I yelled. I stood at the water, just like in the Titanic, and I just yelled, Turnsey, and then I got nothing. Crickets. That's all I got. Well, sounds of waves.
I wasn't mad. I was just disappointed.
That's fair. Did you see in our group chat? He was down on the other side at the exact spot I was on the other side of the river the next day and took a picture from that side over to Detroit. And he went, I see you. And I was like, oh, it's too late, bro. I'm on a plane. Yeah, Stanley Cup was cool. That was a surprise. I didn't know they were remembering the 25th anniversary of the 1998 Stanley Cup champion team.
Man, that's a long time ago.
It was. So there was a lot of cool shit in there, which was not good for my bank because my wife found all the commemorative 25th anniversary Red Wings shit. So I left with one hat, came back with 12. I'm a hat guy. 13. I forgot about this one. I did get a Pistons jersey. I got my Pistons hoodie. I got a jersey. I got Pistons. It looks just like this, except it's black, and then but it has the Detroit Bad Boys. No, they didn't have a. I wanted a Cunningham jersey, but they didn't have big boy sizes.
Oh, okay.
In that one, or I wanted a Duran, whatever. I wanted one of his jerseys. They didn't have. They sold shit out. The Stanley Cup was such a debacle. You had to be there like 3 hours ahead of the game to be in line to take pictures with them. All three trophies were there: the cup, the Vezina, and what's the third trophy?
Hart.
Yep.
The MVP.
Sure. Yes. So we got pictures with all those. Those were cool. Because I didn't expect to take pictures with the cup that day. And I'm glad I did. That's like a once in a lifetime thing. So, in my opinion, it was a good time though.
There you go.
I'm glad to be back though, settled, all that stuff. I missed you guys.
No, you didn't.
No, not even a little bit.
No.
Tim, thanks for covering for me while I was gone, doing all that stuff.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I appreciate it. I know it was a pain in the ass.
No, it wasn't.
Well, trust me, I know some of the guys we work with. They're a pain in the ass.
Yeah, like Nick.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. All good. All good.
What else we got? I feel weird. There's not a big NHL slate. The NBA
there's a bunch of NBAs, but I only got I got 6 plays. I had 5 and I added 1. My one addition, I saw that the Milwaukee Bucks, the Giannis got ruled out. It went from 7 to 5.5 to 2, and I grabbed the 2. Just because I thought that was a good line.
This is a live reaction. Somebody's trying to send me a trade offer in fantasy.
Oh shoot!
Let's log in and see what it is.
I think I lost. Yeah,
I'm 6-3. I'm in second place.
I'm 3-6. I'm garbage. Right? Did I lose? What did I do last time?
Let's view this trade. This dude wants to send me.
Yeah, I lost.
Clyde. Why do I want Deshaun Watson?
Wait, no, I didn't.
Why the fuck? He wants to send me Deshaun Watson and Clyde Edwards-Helaire for Nick Chubb.
Huh.
Why? Why would I do that?
Great games. Love it.
Set yourself up a quarterback for the playoff push and beyond with a franchise quarterback that will come back to plenty of weapons. That was his comments. But I don't know. It's my keeper league. And at the end of the day, why would Nick Chubb's a keeper.
Is he though?
Yes.
He's
him and Najee Harris are my
keepers right now.
Yeah, Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, I have to replace
both my fantasy leagues. He was my first round pick.
Thank you for reminding me. I have to replace like 5 players this week, including.
So who do I start?
My most valuable player.
I do need a quarterback, but do I start Marcus Mariota?
Zach Wilson.
He's backup, or do I start Derek Carr?
Derek Carr.
I don't like either one.
Go get Zach Wilson.
He's probably taken.
Oh no, I dropped him.
So you're saying pick this guy up?
Except for the Jets are on bye this week.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Good win against Buffalo. Let me just tell you, in my money line office bar contest, I went 9-1. You want to know what my loss? Buffalo's my fucking loss, and I'll take it, and I accept it. Come on, On the
Everybody
money
else
line,
had Buffalo too.
that's okay. That's okay. I'm 60-30. 6-0, 3-0 in 90 picks.
I did that day. I did have the Jets plus 430 on the money line, just like I had LSU plus 420 the day before. Yes, this weekend was good for dogs.
Hey Nick, what about your Sparty play?
Hey, they won.
Oh yeah, I had Michigan State plus 560 against Illinois.
I didn't even I didn't even realize they were playing. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, whatever. I knew they were playing. I didn't know who
You were in Detroit and they won. There you go.
I know.
That and then your real favorite Michigan team, they beat Rutgers.
Well,
your Wolverines beat Rutgers, so there you go.
Let me just tell you the word around town. The word around town, because I was in the thick of stuff. Okay, they are preparing for an Ohio State beatdown.
Oh, for sure.
Michigan fans have zero faith in Jim Harbaugh beating Ohio State.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's what I figured.
Is it in Ohio State or is it in Michigan this year?
Great question.
It's in Ohio State.
It's in Ohio State.
So, right? It has, yeah.
In the Horseshoe, because last year it was in the Big House.
It's at Ohio State, and it's the last game of the year.
It's always the last game of the year.
Yeah, they have Nebraska, Illinois at home. Both Nebraska and Illinois at home.
Illinois could be a problem.
Could be, but let's assume that they go undefeated and they go to Ohio State at the end of the year, and Ohio State destroys them.
Here, we'll have a little bit of me and Nick had a little bit of a debate yesterday. We'll get to that in just a second. There's a couple of comments I wanted to tag on. Sorry, missed my comment. IUPUI solo under or Drake. It doesn't matter. I think both of them cash. Did I bet either of them? No. And then Brandon said hi Tam and hi Nick. So hi. And do we like Buffalo tonight? Who's Buffalo against?
Oh, and yeah. So yes. Against Central Michigan, I just like that over. But I like Buffalo more as far as a side. I think
it's a weird line. I would lean towards Central just because you get. I mean, they're pretty close. I guess it doesn't make sense. Doesn't matter. But these MAC games are all pick'ems. It's not like there's actual advantage to any of them.
Like on a teaser, if you're looking for a side in that game, take a 6-point teaser so you get Buffalo over a touchdown, and then you take, I really like the over in this game. Both these teams can score. This kid, Buffalo, this quarterback, Snyder, 2,100, almost 2,200 yards. He's thrown 14 touchdowns, 6 picks, but this kid can air the ball out if they give him enough time. And they can run the ball. I'm just saying. I kind of dig Buffalo.
Okay,
but be on the lookout for the Central Michigan quarterback too. He's hit and miss.
All right, Lenny, ready to debate some college football? The college football rankings came out for this week. Let's go through them.
Oh, I saw that.
Let's go through them and what we think could come out of this college football playoff. I'm sorry, people. I know me and Nick talked about it yesterday. I want to get Lenny's thoughts on it because there's a couple of things that we want to look at and what could possibly be the Final Four, whether or not certain teams can make it, certain paths that can make it. I think we could all pretty much confirm Georgia is going to be in the playoff.
Pending if they lose 2 games late, though. I mean, other than that.
Nobody's
beating Georgia, though.
Nobody's beating Georgia. We're pulling up.
They still have to play Mississippi State, Kentucky, and Georgia Tech.
Oh, they get Georgia Tech. Never mind. Okay, they're screwed.
Yeah, they should be good to go.
They should be good to go. That's not the team I'm worried about. Just taking it, Georgia should be best team in the league, even if they lose the SEC championship game, which we'll get to the opposite side of the SEC in a minute, because I know that's going to be a thing. Ohio State and Michigan are 2 and 3. honestly interchangeable. I don't really think there's a big difference there. They're very, very close. And they play each other last game of the year. The big question for me, for you, Lenny, could both of them be in the college football playoff?
Depends on how they lose. It depends on, let me rephrase, depends on how much Michigan loses by.
Or how much Ohio State loses by.
Yes. If Michigan, which they will be the underdog,
Nick, run a line for Ohio State.
Already did. 8.
8? Okay. Go ahead, Lenny.
Ooh. Man, if Michigan wins straight up, Ohio State falls out of the playoffs, assuming TCU and Tennessee run the board.
Okay.
But in that scenario, let's say Ohio State and Michigan, just a close dogfight, and one wins, but like they win 24-21. Ohio State.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. You know, Ohio State's still in. Michigan's in. I don't think TCU will deserve. I think Tennessee's better. I think Tennessee is better than TCU right now.
Well, all right.
And I know they're 9-0 and 8-1.
We'll
Tennessee's
move on
the best
from
8-1 team.
Michigan and Ohio State for a minute. The rest of the season for TCU is Texas, Baylor, and Iowa State. I will already tell you guys, Texas -7 points against TCU is already on me an X card.
Oh.
Texas is a 7-point favorite against TCU.
And it's in where's it at?
It's in Texas.
It's in Texas.
That Longhorn.
That Texas.
I think Texas wins by like 17.
Texas in a rout.
Texas in a rout, and when that happens, TCU drops out.
Yeah, so I think TCU has zero margin of error here. They cannot.
No, they have zero margin. They must run the table.
They need to run the table. And yes, that's the only way they get in.
There's no fluctuation.
I think
if they lose a game, they are done. And I think they lose to I think they lose to Texas this weekend.
I think Ohio State, Michigan, there's a bigger margin of error there. Like both of those teams, like because everybody understands that could be the biggest rivalry in college football ever is Ohio State and Michigan. I'm not gonna lie, though.
You get Auburn and Alabama could be up there as well when Auburn is good.
Right. It's in a conversation. Let's just put it that way. It's in a conversation.
For football.
For football, you're missing the two biggest rivalries. One that's not going to come off the page to people. Actually, probably both don't. But Army, Navy. That is probably your top one. And this one's kind of a little off the wall, but Harvard and Yale.
But both of those.
That's been called DE.
I agree, but I agree with what you're saying, Nick.
We're talking about big schools.
I would put Michigan and Ohio State above that because they go back further.
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
We'll
go back like over 100 years.
We'll keep going through this because Tennessee is number 5, Oregon is number 6. And
Oregon's.
I don't
know how Oregon's there, but
I agree that Oregon should be up at number 6. But when we look at it, that is telling us that Tennessee needs to mess up in order for Oregon to make it in. That's what that's telling
Oregon.
me.
So let me look at Oregon's schedule. Let's see who Oregon has.
Both
left.
Tennessee and Oregon both have one loss. Both of them are to Georgia. Tennessee lost 27-13, and Oregon lost 49-3.
Okay.
Now, granted, it was the first week, but they got stomped.
By the way, I just looked it up. The Michigan Ohio State rivalry started in 1897. They started playing annually on 1918. Harvard-Yale rivalry started in 1875. So it started almost 20 years before that. So
I stand corrected.
There you go.
Stand corrected.
Tennessee and Oregon both one loss, both to Georgia. Both of them still have a shot to get in the playoff but in order for them to get in, obviously TCU needs to lose a game. TCU goes perfect, they get in. But if they lose a game, which I see TCU losing a game.
So you're high on Oregon is what I'm taking.
I think Oregon if a one-loss Oregon wins the Pac-12, I think Oregon deserves a shot at the football playoff.
Why not USC?
Well, if it's a one-loss Oregon, that means USC didn't win the championship.
Well,
If
USC makes it in as well.
Wins the championship.
USC makes it in as well with one loss because here's the thing: they lost. The only loss they have is to Utah.
Utah
43
Utah by 1 point.
By 1 point, 43-42. Otherwise, they've swept the board.
Yep. And on that note,
and they still have to play Colorado. They have to still play at UCLA, which is a tough fucking game.
Which I was going to mention UCLA.
And they have to play Notre Dame, which is a tough game for them as well.
Yeah, which I'm going to throw UCLA in there as well. They run the table. They win the Pac-12. Why not UCLA in the playoff?
Because the
winner of the Pac-12,
who has winner of the Pac-12 with one loss makes it into the playoff.
And there, you know what? And I think they're setting it up that way because if you look, top 4 teams in the Pac-12 are sitting at 6, 8, 11, and 12 and 13.
Utah's the only team in the Pac-12 are those that won't make it. Even if they run the table, they're a 2-loss team in the Pac-12. That's not going to happen.
No.
Yeah, they're done. Yeah,
yes,
unfortunately.
They are done.
Yeah.
Now, we get a 1-loss Pac-12 champion. Then we could talk them into a playoff as long as it's Oregon or USC. I don't really see UCLA. That's just me, though. I think UCLA is a little bit too far back.
UCLA loses to USC.
If they run the table, because look who they have to play.
Need help.
They have to still play USC.
Well, if they beat USC and they beat them handedly, and then they
beat them in general,
beat them in general, and win the Pac-12. UCLA runs the table and wins the Pac-12. They are in the playoff.
I could
as a
see
one-loss Pac-12 champion.
The problem is, I think they would need a lot more help.
Why?
Just because they're currently sitting at 12. They would need because if you're a committee, what are you taking? A 1-loss Tennessee or a 1-loss Pac-12 champion UCLA?
Yeah. Well, if you look at it, Alabama plays Ole Miss.
Or a 1-loss Michigan or Ohio State.
TCU, when they lose to Texas, drops out.
Yeah, we're taking TCU
Ohio State,
out.
Michigan, one is going to drop out when they lose to each other.
But it's just going to bring up the discussion of, do you put in a 1-loss Ohio State or Michigan, barring as long as that game between the two of them is close, or a 1-loss Pac-12 champion in UCLA?
So here's my question: Who gets in, the 1-loss Pac-12 champion or the 1-loss Big Ten champion?
The Big Ten loser?
Or Big Ten loser. My bad.
I'll take the
Pac-12 What do you mean Big
champion.
Ten loser?
Well, Ohio State, Michigan, they both can't win the Big Ten.
If Michigan gets blown out, I'll take the Pac-12 champion.
That's why I said it depends.
You won your conference championship. You're a 1-loss team. That's what you got your leverage over. If you're
all right, Nick, if you're making that argument, what happens if Clemson or UNC run the table and win the ACC? Are you putting a 1-loss ACC team in the playoff?
I think it should. I think they should, but there's only 4 spots.
Yeah.
In order for the team to get in, that they're going to need a lot more help than a Pac-12 because Pac-12 has a lot better.
I'm telling you right now, Michigan's going to get blown the F out by Ohio State.
And if they get blown out, then we just take them completely out, even with
they're
one
off.
loss.
They finished like 5th or 6th, and they missed the playoffs.
And
they're happy with a Rose Bowl.
I would much rather have a 1-loss Tennessee that got blown out or they got beat by Georgia, rather than a 1-loss Michigan that if they get blown out or lose in general.
And I'll be honest with you, I think Georgia runs away with it. I think Georgia wins the championship again.
I was
high on Tennessee.
Who's going to be
in the
playoff with them?
If Tennessee gets in and somehow can play them again in some kind of rematch, maybe
on a neutral field, I think that one could go a little bit better.
On a neutral field, that's more competitive.
On a neutral field, I think it could be a little bit more competitive. What you got?
14. Mandy found another hat when she was unpacking.
Oh, nice.
But this one, I forgot, says 4-time World Series champion on the side.
Ah, nice. And hold on, we forgot to the only other part that we're missing is the SEC West, and that includes LSU, Alabama, and Ole Miss.
The SEC.
Okay. I think out of the three of them, if right now LSU leads the SEC West, but even if they win the SEC, do you put a 2-loss LSU in there with a win against Alabama? But their only losses was a 1-point loss week 1 to Florida State, which I don't believe is ranked. Oh, it is ranked now.
Florida State's ranked.
Florida State's ranked now. And then their only other loss was to Tennessee.
No, I won't give you a 2-team loss. I won't give you 2.
Ready? What if LSU wins the SEC championship? They have to beat Georgia. Do you accept a 2-loss LSU team who their only losses were to number 5 Tennessee and ranked Florida State by 1 point, with wins against Alabama, with wins against Ole Miss, and in order to win the SEC championship with a win against Georgia?
The thing is with LSU,
how do you keep them out?
The problem with LSU, and I know this is going to be the contrarian play. Nobody's going to like it. Arkansas wins this weekend. Arkansas beats LSU this weekend.
Oh, thanks for making me sound like an absolute imbecile on on
Higgs show. What with your square play? It's fine.
Well, but you described it like I was a square.
LSU, they would have to run the table, but this is, and I know Higgs probably disagrees with me a lot with this one. This is exactly why a 12-team playoff would be fantastic.
Oh God!
Because all of a sudden you get the top 4, which will get buys. All of a sudden you're getting some cool matchups like Tennessee and UCLA, Oregon and Ole Miss. The committee will get their precious Alabama in there, and then it would get
now it would be USC Alabama. I'd watch that game.
But the 12-team playoff, it would give an opportunity to a 1-loss Tulane who would win the American to make it into the college football playoff.
And you give them a spot, right?
And if they were, you have to give us the 12 spot to the Power 5 school. It's a non-Power 5.
The group of 5, yeah.
The group of 5s. Which the best Tulane. Group of 5 team by far right now is Tulane. And it's not particularly
I wouldn't say by far. I think the team they have to play this weekend.
And you get Central Florida. But I think that Central Florida, they play against each other this weekend.
I like Central Florida in that game.
I kind of like
Central Florida. I bet the under.
I want Central Florida because that will give East Carolina a better chance to make the American Conference Championship game.
Yes.
But anyways, and then a 12-team playoff would also be able to allow it could do something with the Clemson North Carolina matchup, which we are on a crash course for a ACC championship game of Clemson and North Carolina.
Which I would grab North Carolina. I almost bet this yesterday. I'm kind of interested to still bet it. It's minus 250. I want North Carolina to win the ACC at plus 250.
Hey, they're secretly a good team.
They're sneaky good.
I mean, like, for real. Nobody saw that shit coming.
Is to ranked Notre Dame.
Notre Dame's back ranked again. Good for them.
That makes no sense to me.
Man, Notre Dame is like your ex-girlfriend with 17 personalities. You don't know which one's showing up. One day they play like they're top 5 school, and next time they don't even show up.
Because I'm confused with Notre Dame. I'm really confused with what Notre Dame has done. Because, sure, their losses, Ohio State, fine. Marshall and Stanford. But yet you go and beat BYU, North Carolina, Syracuse, and Clemson.
So for me, the Ohio State and Marshall game was just, you guys got off real bad. Something wasn't clicking. You made adjustments, and then you win. But you lost to Stanford at home.
Yeah, you lost to Stanford at
in the
home.
middle of the season.
But I feel like
you
what they're trying to do,
be allowed to be ranked this year.
And
you should just be wiped off.
Correct.
We're not even playing with you.
But you forgot, Lenny. This is the committee. All of a sudden, you put a ranked Notre Dame team in there. Oh, it makes Georgia's win, Ohio State's win look better. Yeah. It makes North Carolina and Clemson's losses look a little bit not as bad. It just, I don't, just because they're ranked now.
Hey, and by the way, like Ohio State is going to beat the shit out of Michigan.
Yeah.
But Ohio State is a fraud. I'm telling you right now. They really haven't played. I'm looking at their schedule, just reviewing it. Notre Dame, we all realize is, who knows who's going to show up.
Name that we thought was going to be.
Right. Penn State was a good game, but it was a good against a good Penn State game, but it wasn't an elite game.
Closer. That game looked a little bit closer than it was.
Right. Who else? You beat the shit out of Toledo? You should. You beat the shit out of Arkansas State? You should. Wisconsin, terrible. Rutgers, terrible. Michigan State, terrible team this year. Iowa, terrible team. Northwestern, terrible team this year. You ain't beat nobody.
And keep in mind, I'm going to give Ohio State a break for the Northwestern game because the conditions were awful.
Right. So you didn't even beat anybody, and now you still have to play
this
Indiana
game,
and Maryland.
This game right
nobody.
Here.
That's
this
the only thing.
Right
we don't even know.
Here. That
we don't even know who they are.
That means everything. Right here.
And Michigan.
Here's the thing, though. Look at Michigan. Same thing. I mean, I'm glad Michigan at least challenged themselves with their out-of-conference schedule. I mean, look who they had to play: Colorado State, Hawaii, and UConn. I mean, at least
hold on. UConn is one win away from being bowl bound. I do not want to hear any UConn crap.
They are a legit team.
They're not good.
They're not good. But
Penn
State.
Their only good win was against Penn State.
And that's a good team, but not a great team. It's not elite. And if you want to be in the top 4 college football, you got to be elite. You got to be really good, right? Not just good.
So the game that means everything is right here with
both
Ohio.
These teams do the same thing. They set up their schedule for right here.
But this team right here.
If you look at what Michigan did for next year too, they
it's in Michigan.
This team right here against Illinois. Michigan, I will be grabbing Illinois plus the points.
I won't. It's in Michigan.
I do not care.
I know you're thinking about the whole look ahead spot.
It's 100% a look ahead spot.
Yeah. Plus, Tim, if you look at what Michigan did for next season, looking at how they made their out of conference schedule, they start with East Carolina, then they play UNLV and Bowling Green. So wow, they really make their schedule.
When they lose,
it's a little bit better. UNLV is a little bit better of a program. East Carolina could be good.
I knew Tate would get this. I knew Tate would get that breakdown of Notre Dame. We've been there. We've been there, Tate. We both dated that girl. We both. I would love
this up because I knew that this is a big topic right now with 3 weeks left.
This is where it's at, folks. This is why you love college football.
And trust me,
weird shit can happen.
Next week, when these rankings come out again, and we see some weird crap like TCU dropping far, LSU dropping, and just you're getting some movements. Just wait. You see UNC crack into the top 10 after this week. It's just going to be a really weird week.
When they
beat Wake Forest. I think if they beat Wake Forest, which is currently not ranked anymore because they got blown out, but I think when they beat Wake Forest, they move up because there's some.
You guys got thoughts on Davis and San Diego?
I have nothing on that game. No,
nothing on that game. Okay.
Nothing on the. San Diego is. What is San Diego? Is that the?
And stop, Gio. I'm not worried about.
San Diego is against Florida Gulf Coast. Take the over. But
yeah,
I'm glad we had a half an hour rant on the different. I hope everybody had fun listening to it. By the way, there was one other one. Milwaukee OKC under with Bucks down half their lineup. Yes, I still like the Bucks as well, minus the 2.
I grabbed their money line.
But anyways, that's all. Good stream today. How is NC State 16th?
I don't know. I don't understand sometimes. I really don't. I know
How
it's
is
an
Texas
algorithm they
top
say
20?
and it's power rankings and this and that and but power rankings should be taken with a grain of salt because your power rankings are going based off what you thought they were going to be at the beginning of the year, and like we're all finding out that playing Notre Dame
meant nothing.
And yeah, if looking back at week 1 and why we shouldn't care about
power ranking
week 1 rankings, there was a couple of teams that give a perfect reason why we shouldn't. Miami was ranked to start the year. Michigan State ranked to start the year.
Here's your preseason rankings. Alabama, all right,
BYU,
Ohio State, Georgia, Clemson, Notre Dame, number 5.
Texas A&M was in the top 10.
A&M was number 6. Oklahoma was number 9. Baylor at number 10. You had Michigan State, who was in the rankings. Miami, who was in the 15. Rankings. Pittsburgh, who was in the rankings. Wisconsin. Freaking Cincinnati. BYU. Oh, by the way, Tennessee was just sitting outside the rankings.
Hey. Y'all underestimated the
Penn State Tennessee. Was sitting just outside the rankings.
And I'm still a big Hendon Hooker fan.
Sitting just outside the rankings. UCF just outside. North Carolina was barely considered.
I bet you if they did power rankings UCLA, right now, Alabama would still be ranked number 1.
UCLA was barely considered.
Yeah.
This is Houston. Sorry, Houston was in the top 24. Because I remember looking at the East Carolina schedule and going, oh, cool. They get a 13, a 23, a 24, and a 25 this year. Guess what? The only team that was ranked when we played them was NC State, and that was week 1. No longer ranked. No longer ranked. No longer ranked.
Clemson, I thought was going to be better. But I'll tell you what, a bad read looking back on that. A bad read for me. And like that Miami team, I was pretty high on it beginning of the year. And, man, it's terrible.
Yeah, we thought, Miami had a shot.
But I was high on Tennessee, so kind of made me feel better about that.
Miami might not make a bowl game.
Yeah, my team that I was really high on that I said was a dark horse to win the whole thing that I was completely wrong about was the Aggies.
By the way, lose. If Aggies lose one more game, they don't get it. They don't even get a bowl game this year.
Michigan State, I don't think is going to get a bowl game.
And not to mention, they have A&M has to play LSU.
Here's the thing: Michigan State's got to play Rutgers at home, Indiana at home. Hopefully, we can win both those games, and we're bowl eligible. Because then we have Penn State.
If you're not beating Penn State,
and we're not beating Penn State, so I'm hoping for the next 2 weeks to win. And to be honest with you, I don't know.
I've already bet Michigan State for this week. I laid the 10 with them.
No, I wouldn't lay that.
Rutgers?
Yeah. I took Michigan State in the over, actually.
It's just crazy to see the difference in what was preseason rankings and what is now.
Yeah.
Because, forgot to mention, one team that wasn't even close to being considered, Tulane.
Oh, yeah.
They're sitting in the top 20.
I was kind of high on them coming into the year. I said they were going to move up.
Well, I remember that. I remember having this conversation. They're going to be a better team. They're not going to be a great team, but they're going to take a step forward.
Tulane won 2 games last year?
Mm-hmm.
They were bad last year.
And now all of a sudden they're top 20. Good for them. I hope they lose them.
I love seeing good teams come out of the American. I love it.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's pretty much all for today.
Yeah, that's it. We're going to wrap it up.
Yep.
That's all she wrote, folks.
Sorry, we brought it up.
Not quack time. It is not. It is my
quack.
That's gonna be it for us, though, guys. Don't forget, like, subscribe, ring the bell, share, all that good stuff. Do all that. Hit the like button, though, for us, please. We're here, Game Time Decision, Monday through Friday at 5:00 Eastern. ESB Their college basketball full season pass, every game they play, only $5.99. It's $100 a month. If you think about it, break it down. It's just
Roughly, yeah.
Use the promo code NFL at checkout, save you 20% off, which you get down to $4.79 for the entire season. How many plays you got going on for today?
6. I think we end up getting 6 up on the site for today.
And there ain't even that many games.
There wasn't many games now. Saturdays, we'll have 25 to 30 plays a day.
Yeah.
Just in college basketball.
It's just there. You will
volume.
You get your value. You get your value. So get after that. Get after it. Till then, guys, in the honor of Jets Nation.
Which won't lose this week.
No.
Because they're on bye.
I'm trying to find it. There's so many in here. Where's he at? Where's he? Where's the credit? Oh, here he is. That's awesome. Good luck unless you're against us. Peace out. I'm hitting the end button.